Hi guys, welcome! In this video, we'll dive into FENRIR'S DPS build for PvE. FENRIR is a ranged physical damage dealer that can inflict massive amounts of critical auto-attack damage from afar, mainly with his piercing arrows. If you missed our previous discussion regarding FENRIR's skill mechanics and an analysis of his pros and cons, you can find the video link below. This time we'll cover everything you need to know, from stats, runes, gears, cards, upgrades, and battle setup to guide you in optimizing your FENRIR character for PvE. Alright, without further ado, let's begin. First, for attribute point distribution, ensure first that you have sufficient points on Agi to achieve the 480% attack speed cap. You can actually opt to leave it to 0 as it's easy to attain 480% attack speed even with no attack speed gears and just Awakening Potion and Agi meal B only. However, for my character, I prioritize maximizing Agi to a number divisible by 12 since I use Dragonfly Star card to enhance AA damage. Next, put sufficient points on luck to attain at least 190 crit chance, which would be enough to ensure that all your attacks deal critical damage in the current endgame instances. Higher luck also enhances the amount of HP recovered when the Lunar Eclipse anti-fatal skill is triggered. Moreover, if you plan on using the following items, then you need to maximize your luck. After that, allot points on Dex to increase range physical attack, which serves as a foundation for your damage output. As for the remaining attribute points, just allocate it on Vit for extra HP and survivability. You may also opt to put more points on Vit if you'll be using the following items. Lastly, if your accessory is inlaid with Biochemistry Baphomet card, then you need to ensure all the attributes are at least 119 points each to get more PDI. As for damage modifiers, FENRIR relies on critical auto attacks and piercing arrow to deal damage. Therefore, you need to invest in the following stats to further boost your damage output. Take note that the damage formula for critical auto attack has forced diminishing returns, so having more than 350% critical damage stat would actually be less beneficial. For elemental damage, you just need to focus on increasing water damage since his kit can already offset water's disadvantage. In addition, you can gain 30% raised damage bonus from equipping Fear arrows instead of elemental arrows. Up next, let's look at FENRIR'S runes. Maxing out the core passive skill to level 7 should be your topmost priority as it doubles the damage of piercing arrows against monsters. If you already activated the second line effect of all the runes, then you may aim for a high first line value on these 3 essential runes. First is a star rune for Frost Moon Arrow, which can lower the enemy's water damage reduction by up to 15% for each. So with a maximum of 3 stacks, the enemy can receive 45% more water damage. Next is the S rune for Moon Shadow Spikes, which grants a 3-second movement speed boost after rolling. Since FENRIR has no innate skill nor ace rune node that grants movement speed bonus, getting at least 30% value for this rune is essential for a smoother gameplay experience. The other important rune is the star rune for Twilight Assault, which increases your attack and casting range by up to 3 meters, allowing you to safely auto-attack and cast skills from a longer distance. As for the remaining 3 runes, they are more PvP oriented, so it's of lower priority to aim for a high first line value. For attribute runes, prioritize leveling up the following for improving damage. And for the arcane runes, I recommend getting the transmission rune for improving damage against all enemies outside a 6 meter radius from you, frenzied rune to boost your movement speed and max HP, and war preparedness rune to gain a shield when attacking for additional protection. Up next, let's dive into the recommended equipment set and cards. First, for weapon, FENRIR'S exclusive weapon Frost Moon Arrow would be the best option as it gives a huge boost in crit damage, physical penetration, and AA damage. Additionally, its tier 5 upgrade increases the charge attacks of Moon Shadow Spikes from 2 to 3, allowing you to roll more often. Here are the materials for crafting the base weapon, Wilderness Bow. It requires shiny holy water, so expect the price to be pretty expensive. And these are the materials for synthesizing it into Frost Moon Arrow and upgrading it to tier 5. A cheaper option is the Overlord Crab Bow, but expect 20 to 30% lower damage compared to FENRIR'S exclusive weapon. Your weapon should be enchanted with Arch 4 or Sharp 4 and inlaid with Drake Star card or Menorah Star card. For offhand, the best slot are Eagle Flute as main equipment and Helion Bracelet as phantom equipment. They both improve your range physical attack and physical damage. Your offhand should be enchanted with Armor Breaking 4 and inlaid with any of the following cards. For armor, the 3 options from main equipment are Mornus Robe or Eagle Erectrix Hunter's trappings for increasing crit damage, pen, and damage to large size, or Dream Eater's disguise for increasing water element damage. As for the Phantom equipment slot, the 2 best options are Pyre's Armor for boosting crit damage and PDI, or the Chosen's Gown for boosting damage to large size and gaining fear immunity. Your armor should be enchanted with Arch 4 or Sharp 4 and inlaid with Poitata Star card or Molten Colossus card. For garment, you can either use Royal Knight's Cape or Campaign Manteau in the main equipment slot and Cloud Undershirt in the Phantom equipment slot. These garments improve your crit damage and auto attack damage. Your garment should be enchanted with high PDI and crit damage stat and inlaid with any of the following cards. Take note that your stat distribution will largely depend on the chosen garment card. For footgear, the options for main equipment are Dragon Slayer War Boots for boosting physical attack and physical pen, Light Boots for boosting crit damage and physical pen, or Voyager War Boots for boosting ranged physical damage. While for Phantom equipment, you can either use the Boar Bristle Shoes or St. Mary's Cloth Shoes. Your footgear should be enchanted with high PDI and crit damage stat, and inlaid with Time Holder Star card. For accessories, I recommend placing Fading Tear and Water Drop Brooch in the main equipment slot for a chance to increase crit damage by 100% for 6 seconds when doing auto attacks and to increase water element damage. As for the Phantom equipment slot, just use 2 Fluorite buttons to further enhance your water element damage. Your accessory should be enchanted with high PDI and crit damage stat and inlaid with Biochemistry Baphomet card and Devil Governor card. And for headwear, these are my top picks for each slot, just choose depending on availability and the stat you're lacking. As for headwear enchantment, aim for a Zeal 4th enchant on your head and mouth items, Sharp 4th enchant on your back item, and Arch 4th enchant on your tail item. For headwear card, the Machine Dragon Wing card would be the best in slot. Next, here are the other upgrades that you can invest in to further boost your damage. For your Acer Monument, activating all the nodes will grant the following stats. Notably, you get 30% water damage, 20% crit damage, 15% damage to large size, 10% physical pen, 9% physical attack, and 7% physical damage. For guild buffs, maxing out your blessings and prayers will grant additional physical attack, pen, crit damage, and elemental damage. For Oracle Mirror Extract, the top options are Combustible Knife for physical pen, Gilgazarn for damage to MVP, Slash for AA damage, Heartbreaker for crit and crit damage, and Water Axe for water damage. For Ancient Relics, since Fenrir already has good survivability, just focus on increasing damage using Lord of Vayne or Era Fire Seed. For multi-job, you can unlock the following classes to get more Dex, Luck, and Agi. And for Adventure Handbook, just focus on collecting items and achievements that grant physical attack when unlocked or deposited. Finally, let's take a look at some tips for using Fenrir in battle. First, put these skills in the manual and auto skill bars. Although Twilight Assault isn't auto, I still prefer to cast it manually every 15 seconds so that I can activate the fire-piercing arrows more often. Once you're all set, use the following consumables which can help boost your damage. Make sure to equip Fear Arrows for additional 30% damage to all races. Before attacking, cast first 2 buff skills, Frost Moon Arrow for converting to water and increasing AA damage, and Twilight Assault for increasing pen, crit damage, and attack range. Then place Ice Person near the target to increase the damage they receive by 20% for 8 seconds. After that, you can start auto-attacking the target. From time to time, cast Moon Shadow Spikes to roll towards the target, ensuring that all 3 piercing arrows hit. You can also use this skill for sustain and survivability. Take note that if you fail to dodge an attack, Lunar Eclipse passive skill can protect you from dying once every 6 seconds. So that's it for my FENRIR'S DPS build guide for PvE. Hopefully this video has given you valuable insight on how to improve your character damage output and efficiency in boss hunting and clearing instances. Please feel free to leave a comment if you have any question or suggestion. Alright, that's it for this video guys. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed watching this guide. If you're new here, I would love for you to consider subscribing by hitting the red subscribe button down below. I would love to have you back. Thank you for watching and see you in our next episode.